And we're live. It's just about 6 p.m. Mountain Time. Yeah, we're still standard time. Pretty soon comes that horrific shift from daylight savings to whatever they have. The fact that you got to move your clocks forward and backward twice a year is a bunch of crap. But let's get on to today's rant. Yeah, I'm Max and I do rant, so let's get the rant out of the way. Rant, rant, rant. There we go. I've ranted. You know, I was talking to some friends today, and America's going in the right direction in a lot of ways. But in some ways, we're in trouble. We're in deeper trouble. I'm not talking about the economy either. You remember a few years back, just a couple years, when Israel was invaded by Hamas and other terrorists? Remember that? Considered the most secure country in the world, with a wall that worked, with all sorts of preventive measures, soldiers every 100 yards, jeeps, virtually everything, even radar. And here came a low-tech, well-orchestrated attack that killed thousands of Israelis, kidnapped hundreds of Israelis and Americans, and has led, even to this day, to them returning back the mutilated bodies of babies that they've tortured with their own bare hands. People like Hamas aren't even human. But here's the problem. It's not just Hamas. Terrorists and terrorist sympathizers have been scattered all over the United States. There is a fifth column of radical Muslims waiting for their imams to say, go. Did you understand? You understand how much danger we're in? All right, think about this. We're not nearly as secure on our borders as Israel was. We're not nearly as on guard as they were. We haven't dedicated the right technologies as they had. And it happened to them. Oh, yeah, it can happen to us. I mean, only vigilance and a strong hand, only vision can possibly protect us. That's just a fact. You know, when terrorists attack you, as in the October surprise on Israel, they don't give you any quarter. They don't give you an inch. They're there to slaughter you, plain and simple. So you know what? If they will give you no quarter, why should you oblige them? Why should you do anything but oppose them and seek their destruction? Come on. If you look in the transcript here, you'll see a little link to the New York Post and a story they wrote. And this gives pause. It's frankly, it scares the hell out of me. You've got university all over the country, university training camps. We've got one in our own town that is hosting Hamas. I mean, my God, think about it. You've got international terrorists, domestic terrorists, and our universities just love them. They just suck up to them. You've got terrorist cells like Hamas, Taliban, Boku Haram, dozens and dozens of others, including Al-Qaeda, ISIS, ISIS-K. What the hell's wrong here? Come on. We've got more and more of these people in this country right now, waiting for the word to jump. They know where the police stations are. They know where the churches are. They know where every monument is. They got this country mapped out better than Rand McNally, for God's sake. And major media supports these guys. You read the slant in their stories. Well, it's not so bad just because you're supporting Hamas. I mean, Jews did bad things too. Come on. Major media owned pretty much exclusively across the country by communists, and I hate to say it, but by communist Jews as well. I'm not sure what's going on in their damned head, but they seem to be siding with the terrorists and supporters of terrorists. Now, what I mean, okay, you're a college student, you go to Columbia University, you decide to occupy a building with your head wrapped in a rag, joining a bunch of your colleagues, screaming, death to Jews, whatever. And you should be considered a terrorist. You're supporting terrorism. You're aiding and abetting terrorism. They need to lock your ass up. Come on. How about domestic terrorism? We've got Black Lives Matter. domestic terror. NAACP, I don't care if you don't like what I'm saying, domestic frickin' terror. Antifa, overt terror. Riot Kitchen, terror, 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 terror. The Acorn, on and on and on. And there are far more than just those domestic terror organizations, ones that aren't necessarily Muslim, ones that are aligned, well, like Black Lives Matter. It's a racket to get money to a few rich black people while the rest pay for it. The NAACP, they've hated white people from the beginning. Antifa, they're just out there to bust heads and make trouble. Riot Kitchen, they just like riot. It's just burn shit down. It's all they want to do. And you know what? All of these are openly anti-Semitic. They hate the Jews. Why is it that in America, most Jewish people are Democrat and vote Democrat, even though the Democrat Party is doing everything it can to destroy the nation of Israel? Well, I know the reason why. It goes back to when Israel was first given their land back by the Brits. And the world was saying, wait, this isn't legal. We didn't do it right. Then Harry S. Truman, yes, that evil man, the butcher of Nagasaki, the butcher of Hiroshima, he came out and openly said, you know what? We recognize it. Well, as the first world leader to recognize the new Jewish state, he became a hero to American Jews. And please remember, there are more Jews in America than in the Holy Land. Well, the media makes no attempt to hide their feelings. Terrorist cells are probably everywhere, forming the largest fifth column in history. For those of you who don't know what a fifth column is, that's basically enemies lying in wait, training in wait, waiting for the word. Are you ready for an October surprise? I mean, are you ready for your own? Do you want to see this fifth column jump out there and slaughter thousands of us in sneak attacks, coordinated attacks, aerial attacks? If they did it in Israel, they can sure as hell do it here. Do not discount the possibility, people. I mean, come on. Now, in our favor is their lack of organization. Now, what I mean by that is this. Being largely radically Muslim, your foreign terrorists operate out of mosques. Islam is a non-central religion. Each mosque, each temple is a law unto itself. The religion is fragmented, and that's to our advantage. There is no central leadership, and that's a good thing. Now, my opinion, for what it's worth, okay, in my less than humble opinion, was that IMLH, whatever, less than humble, it's time for a dragnet. We need to round them up and rendition these people before they round us up and slaughter us. Now, what is renditioning? It's relocating people to secret locations, depriving them of all their rights, liberties, simply disappearing them. Such relocation or rendition locations are used by the U.S. are Zagreb, Bratislava, Guantanamo, San Salvador, and a number of other dollar-a-day hellholes scattered across Eastern Europe and South America. I'm not saying to ignore their rights, but please remember this. The Constitution guarantees those rights to American citizens. It does not guarantee those rights to illegal aliens. It does not guarantee those rights to terrorists. If you don't take a hard stance, you're going to go down in an October surprise. I'm ready. Are you?